You know, for the longest time, I thought that for a woman to respect me and for her to trust in me and let me lead, that I had to control her. I had to tell her everything she had to do, when she had to do it, and there was no way that she could go against me. In reality, this was literally putting on a plaster my biggest weakness and my deepest insecurities. And I'll tell you why through an example. A house has four walls, but so does a prison. And you can live under both of them, but when you try and control a woman, you are putting her in a prison. The difference is that the walls are suffocating. So, in an attempt to protect her, you are going to end up killing her. Not literally killing her, but you're going to end up killing her spirit. You're going to end up. There's a fighter jet going around, I guess. World War III. Anyways, you're going to end up killing her spirit. You're going to end up dissipating her femininity, and she's going to turn into this monster that was created by you. And then you'll ask, oh, why has she become so masculine? Directly because of you. And so the difference is that you can live in both of them, but you only want to live in one. The house. You want the house with a nice front porch and the nice backyard with your flowers. And this extrapolates into every man's dream, is to come home from a day of hard work and conquering and success. And he sees his woman playing in the backyard with his 5, 6 children, and they're all having fun. That cannot be withheld. That dream cannot be accomplished inside of a prison. And most of you watching right now will force your woman into a prison due to the fact that you believe the only way that she can respect you is to make sure that she never sees any of your insecurities and that you pile so many things on top of it and you control her each and every perception of you to the point that it's not even you anymore. So there's a difference between boundaries and values, which are great, and just tyrannical rules that are made to protect yourself. And I'll explain what this means. If I tell my woman not to go out to a club without me, it can either be a value and a belief that I withhold, or it can be a tyrannical rule. And I'll explain the difference, and it lies in my own perception of myself, because that's where my rule or my belief extends from. So let's say that I say that rule from the place of insecurity of if she goes to a club, she's going to cheat on me and she's going to find another man with more money and she's going to leave. Then that's a tyrannical rule, because you are trying to control somebody else's actions based off of protecting yourself and your own insecurities. However, I'm not telling your woman I'm not telling you to allow your woman to go to a club. If I make it a value of mine, I don't want my woman to be in another habitat where there's men who are predators and are trying to sexually involve themselves with women. I don't want them to be surrounded by that in the same way that I wouldn't want my child to be in the middle of the Bronx. Then that is a value that you withhold. It's not out of insecurity. It's about protection of who you love, and it's about protection of the relationship. And then she will understand that. And by the way, if she doesn't, then you don't become, again, a tyrant and try and control her. You leave her. So it's the same thing, but it's the belief or the rule is caused by different values. One is to truly and genuinely protect the other person and to protect what you have, to treasure that relationship. And the other one is just to protect yourself and make yourself feel better, more powerful, less insecure. Because you have to understand something, that leading her is guiding her by the hand to your destination. A shared vision, a shared goal that you two will achieve together. She will be your support. She will be there when you need nurturing. You know what it is not? A relationship is not you throw her in the back of a van, tied up and gagged by the mouth, and lead her to your destination. You drive her in a white van to your destination. It's not. And trust me, women want to be able to follow your lead. Deep down, no woman wants to follow her own lead. She gets masculine, she gets stressed, she gets rigid, she gets stone-faced. No woman wants to be in control. They want to be able to let go, but they can only do that when they know that your steps are guided by your connection to your masculinity, by your honor, by your courage, and by what's best for both of you. Not steps guided by insecurity, fueled by lack of direction or immaturity. How can a woman, and why should a woman allow you to lead when that is with what you are leading her with? She has all the right to not go with you. She has all the right to protect herself. And by you thinking, no, it's just because she's masculine, she doesn't want to follow my lead. It's like, no. She understands the value of her following your lead. She knows that she's going to be in a very vulnerable state and that she can only do that with a man who can truly lead correctly. Because everything in the relationship comes down to you. It really does. As a man, you are the head of the relationship and it comes down to you. So every time you believe that your woman is misbehaving, or every time that you believe your woman isn't respecting you, even an extreme scenario like your woman cheated on you, it's your fault. And I'll tell you why. You might say, oh no, but what if she was just a whore? Yeah, maybe she was. Maybe she was. Then why were you with her? Where were your values and your boundaries when you decided to form a relationship with her? Your fault. If she didn't start off as a whore who would cheat on you, then what made her respect you so little that she went out and sought the attention, the sex, the validation from another man? Where did you go wrong? And that is maturity. It's responsibility, and it's understanding that when you form a relationship with another woman, you are responsible for her. And if she's going to trust you, you need to embody that. Because she will be your best mirror. She absolutely will. The more you grow, the more she will grow. The more you resent yourself, the more she will resent you. Every time that you want to learn a little bit more about yourself, look at your woman. Look how she's treating you. Look how she's acting. So if you want to be able to have a healthy relationship, and take this from a guy who's gone through trials and tribulations to understand himself, understand his insecurities, and now I'm in a relationship, happier than ever, 1.5, 2 years. And I won't say there hasn't been struggles, of course there has, but the difference is that we learn and we continue to grow. Take this from that person. It is worth every ounce of responsibility, of having to understand yourself, of having to expose your vulnerabilities and expose your insecurities to be able to lead a woman. Because there is no greater honor as a man than to be able to lead. It's what you're called to, whether that be in your career, whether that be in your relationship, whether that be in your friendships, whether that be in your community. You are called to lead. So own up to it.